It's funny how a program designed to help organize your life is the reason why I can't be at the Labor Day party. But I'm glad we made the deadline. I'm glad I can now spend 2 stress-free weeks in good old Providence Oaks. Cello.
Hello?
Meredith, Steve. Hope I didn't wake you up. I just came home and was wondering if everything worked out all right.
Hi, Steve. Yes, we made the deadline.
Oh, that's awesome. I feel so bad you couldn't make it.
Hope you guys had a nice Labor Day party.
Oh, yes. I mean, the band was great, and Mike...
Don't rub it in, Steve.
Oh, and then Roy got really sick. No, wait, Brian. And then he fell in the pool, too. No, Roy. Wait. Well, I'll tell you all about it at work tomorrow afternoon.
I won't be there for 2 weeks, remember?
Oh, wait, yeah. But do you really have to? 2 weeks is a lifetime.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Steve, I really have to. But I will continue testing for Addit.
Oh, okay. Right. Awesome.
I better get some sleep now. My plane leaves early in the morning.
Okay, Meredith. Have a wonderful flight. I'll talk to you soon.
Meredith. (1986).
Thanks so much for picking me up, Mr. Coleman.
Mr. Coleman? Please, just call me Frank. We're colleagues now, after all.
Well, okay, Frank. Thanks so much for making time for me on Labor Day.
No problem, Meredith. Postal workers always have each other's back. Your dad helped me dozens of times whenever I was in a bit of a pickle.
Well, I hope I can fill his shoes. He hardly ever missed a day.
I'm sure you'll do great. You know what? While we're en route, why don't we deliver some mail in our beautiful little lake town?
And show me the ropes? Sure.
All right then, get ready to roll.
Giving it all up to deliver some mail by a lake. This sounds like it should be Dawson's Creek or something.
This lake, it's always more beautiful than I remember it.
I don't think I'll ever get tired of driving around it. And there's our first stop.
Okay, sir, what's the plan?
Delivering mail is like a walk in the park with mailboxes. Take this bag, walk to the mailbox, and insert the mail.
Come on, Meredith. You know how the mail works. Gas stations. It's gas station hump day. Today's theme of games set around gas stations. This is like Paperboy for really chill people.
Nothing too difficult, right?
I think I should be able to face the challenge.
Ha, I bet. Didn't you go to MIT?
Yeah. I left here from Massachusetts 22 years ago.
Shouldn't you get a job in computers
Boston.
then? That's really booming right now.
Well, actually,
Hold that thought. We just arrived at our next address. It's a package this time, so you'll have to get it out of the back.
Walk. Open hatch. 103 High Street. Get the correct parcel. So you have to go through and get the right parcel too. I guess I'll put it on their porch rather than... Ding dong. One ham. Can I take the bike? Right around.
You're getting the hang of it. So, where were we? Computers. Should I buy one?
Well, it depends on what you want to use it for.
Bookkeeping. I always make a mess of my tax returns. Can't a computer do that for me?
Sure, there are programs for that, but you'll still have to put in some work yourself.
I was afraid you were going to say that. I'll bug you about it another time.
Frank.
Next address is right around the corner.
Yeah, I wanted to cover this game. There was a festival with demos like a month ago, and I didn't play it in time, and the demo went
No
off.
place like home.
Sure isn't. Can't wait to get home either. The Mets are
So I'm
playing the
glad that
Giants.
it's back again.
Oh, before I get
You can
out,
play all these this
what
week.
time do I start tomorrow?
7 a.m. sharp. Just check in at the post office.
Okay, Frank. See you tomorrow.
For a Steam
Adios.
festival. This is where we're staying. Do we have a dog? The Vice residence, Monday afternoon.
Hi, Meredith. I just wanted to let you know that Dad and I landed safely. The Florida weather is all they said it would be. I'll call again soon. One more thing. The freezer's stuffed with food, and there's blueberry pie in the fridge. Bye.
Pie.
Meredith, it's Steve.
Oh.
I didn't get the chance to say it
Go
earlier,
away,
but
Steve.
thanks so much for being a trooper. I know you had other plans for Labor Day weekend, but nailing the deadline for Added 87 could very well be the most important milestone in our company's history. Enjoy your well-deserved time off. Don't get too used to it. Just kidding. Or am I? I'll talk to you later.
We're totally going to fall in love with the way of life here, aren't we? She'll say, screw you, Steve.
Good morning, Meredith. Ready for your first day?
It's like, I don't know, who plans to take a holiday and then just work as a mail person, though? Like, I want some more story on that. Like, I'm expected to go back in 2 weeks, or maybe I've already quit my job in my mind.
Good morning, Frank. Ready to rock.
It's a great day to be on the road. I already filled up the mailbag in the truck, so you're good to go. Oh, I forgot to tell you. There's a map in the cabin, in case you get lost.
Oh, I'm so getting lost.
Thanks, I'll probably need that.
Bon voyage!
Okay. Ah, a teddy bar, Lake Road. This? Yeah, we driving. Looking at the map. So is this where I have deliveries? 207 Main Street, 103 Main Street, 500 Lake Road, 102, 200, 300, Bear Creek. I should probably obey the rules of the road, right? Where can I park? Can I... Okay, to pull in here. Let's see. 207 Main Street. Isn't that what we have? 207? 103. We're on Main Street. Okay. Wait. I guess I'll take that one out and then just find the right door. Look at that little sad bear in there. Hello, General Store. Can you help me?
Can I help you?
Hello, here's today's mail.
New in town. Your face looks familiar.
Well, I grew up here and then left for college 22 years ago.
22 years ago, back when they called me Nancy Sinatra instead of Nancy Reagan. So now you're back, huh? I know what it's like.
You do?
You do?
It's best not to feel bad about it. Only a few people ever really make it.
I'm here by
wonder if it's gonna
choice.
rain
Excuse
today.
you.
It's been raining a lot lately.
This is Indie Death Stranding. Quite right. I guess that package was for her. Tune. Alright. To our next stop. Oh, wait. Do I have mail for these? Maybe I have a little bit of post here. Thought that was a real deer up there. It's a statue. Oh, my mouse keeps going off the screen.
I remember this as the old Sugarman place, but the envelope says
and
McGill.
I clicked off. God damn it.
Must have moved away.
Alright, let's plan our route.
I'm actually enjoying this.
This way. Do this one first. I want to go first person. Why is it feeling so quiet and peaceful? I wonder if I can crash. Turn it into Forza. She's a speed demon. Alright, looks like I have a parcel for here. What was this? Lake Road? 500 Lake Road. Oh, it says it down there. That's easier. Oh, big one, eh? What you got in here? PlayStation 5, eh? Oh, wait, it's like 1987. A Macintosh? Or Macs around?
Meredith Wise? As I live and breathe. Come here, hon. Now, let me look at you. My, oh my. A few lines here and there, and the occasional gray hair.
All right.
But by gosh, it's you, all right?
Well, hello to you too, Maureen.
Oh, don't be like that now. It suits you. Age only makes a person more distinguished, is what I always say. To the mirror. Now come here. Tell me everything.
Okay, one quick drink then.
I know you're busy, hon. Little Bird told me all about your temporary mail job already. News goes around pretty quickly around here. So,
Small
coffee?
town life.
Something stronger? I warn you, I will not take no for an answer.
I don't think I should drink. I'll have a coffee.
Coffee sounds good. Thanks.
2 coffee, coming right up. And 1 piece of blueberry pie, if I remember correctly. You had one almost every afternoon after school at one point.
Oh, you know me too well, Maureen.
Always have, always will. Ashley, 1 blueberry pie. And Ashley, could you keep an eye on the bar for me for a bit? I'm gonna take my break now. You're a real trooper.
Muffled affirmative grunts. Oh.
Ashley? Oh, sweet Mary, what are you doing? Is everything okay, hon? Oh, Lord have mercy.
What Kenny did after South Park.
Maybe you should check that out.
Honest Seriously? First the roof and now this? Ugh, that poor kid is like a disaster magnet. I'm sorry, Meredith. Looks like I've got my hands full for a bit. Next time, I want to hear everything, you hear? Don't be a stranger now.
Thank God for that. Last thing we want to do is sit and listen to her for our lunch break. I want to see where this bear's being delivered to. Be like a birthday or something. Shrill. You're shrill, Maureen. Oh, look, there's the lake. Isn't it beautiful? God. I mean, if you were gonna live in a small town, right, make sure it is super picturesque and gorgeous like that. Nice graphics, good looking. I wonder if in the full game we'll be able to have the radio on. If it's like, if this is the whole vibe, that it's relaxing and posting mail. I guess they have their soundtrack, but still, that would be cute to play with the radio.
Lady Ambrose River.
Oh, I was trying to look. Me and driving don't mix. Mail delivered. So good at my job.
Yeah, this takes me back.
A cat. Go say hello. Oh my god, more cats. So many cats. Oh, this is where the bear's for. Well,
Well, hello there, big cuddly guy.
hi to you too. Hi, kitty. Okay, place your bets. What sort of person do you think lives here? Count the cats.
Oh, look, Genevieve! A new mailman! Hello there! What's your name, then?
I'm not a mailman exactly.
Well, I'm not a mailman exactly. I'm Meredith Weiss.
Heavens, I meant no offense. It's just that mailwoman doesn't sound right, does it, Genevieve? Weiss, of course! You're Emily's girl,
You better get with the
aren't you?
times, old lady.
This is Meryl Weiss, Genevieve. She used to live in town years and years ago.
22 years to be exact, but who's counting?
Has it been that long? That's almost 2 Genevieves ago.
Cats.
Calm down, Genevieve. You're going to live forever. She isn't, but shh. You do remember me, don't you?
Of course.
How could I forget Miss Mildred Jenkins? And her cats, of course. Seems like they've multiplied.
Yes, I do like cats. Is that such a crime?
No.
So what if I have slightly more of them than
Have
I
as many
used
as you
to?
want.
Like Genevieve here, and Thomas, and Oliver. Anyway, did you have a package for me then?
Yeah, it's well, I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to say it's a toy bear. Like, here you go.
Yes, here you go.
Ah, thank you, dear. Looks like another gift from my son. Still doing everything to get into my good graces, except actually drop by.
Yeah, a teddy bear is a poor substitute for a real hug, that's for sure.
Bit of a nosy-posy, aren't you? I know Frank would never feel up the packages.
Listen, it's the shape. I gotta take it out of the van, lady. I got eyes here.
I mean, I have to take it out of the van, and I have eyes.
Anyway, I won't keep you any longer. Run along, dear. Give Emily my best.
Goodbye, Miss Jenkins. Genevieve.
Okay, I was hoping it wouldn't be a crazy cat lady, and it might be... Can I pet them? Something a little less cliche, but... I can't pet the cats? Okay, uninstalled. How rude. A cute little mailbox. Creek? Well, everyone in this town sucks so far. I'm going back to the city. What's up, Shell? How you doing? For 300. It's my last delivery of the day.
Wow, that's heavier than I thought. Hi there. I've got some mail for this address.
You're not Frank.
I'm Meredith Weiss. I'll be delivering your mail for a while.
And Frank just gave you the keys to the goose?
I feel like this shirt is
The
is that
goose?
Ghostbusters?
Yes. Your
Reference?
white and wobbly van, duh. I'm Laurie. I'm Providence Oaks' mechanic. And I'm the one who keeps the goose running.
Without infringing?
Well, Thomas is my father. Does that count?
Thomas! Yes, that surely counts. My father has been teaching me since the day I was born. There is no one better in PO than me. And I have to get back to work now. But I suppose you may drive the goose. On one condition. If there's ever anything wrong with it, you bring it back to me, yes?
Sure.
All right, I promise.
Good! Perfect. Did Frank tell you about the radio?
The radio.
No?
It currently only receives the local station. Plus, sometimes it cuts out altogether. If that happens, just give it a big old bang on the dashboard and that should fix it right up. I'm working on it, I promise.
Okay, thanks, Laurie.
No problem, Miss W.
W. Back in. I heard like the noisiest crow the other morning, just screeching and screeching and screeching over and over again until I looked out there and saw it sitting on top, looking down at the local ginger cat, just screaming at it to move.
Let me think. Where was Bear Creek again?
A little group of them, a flock, along the wall, looking down at this ginger cat that was just like laying on its side, not bothered in the slightest, looking up at them like, yeah, what you want? What you saying? Just like over and over and over and over again. And then it started dive bombing this little ginger cat. And the cat did not flinch. The cat did not care. At all. Yeah, I'm chilling there, whatever. Jog on, mate. Jog on, Sam. So noisy, though.
Oh, right, Bear Creek, near the old lumberyard.
Oh, turn the radio off. It's that same darn song that's playing everywhere. Thought it was going to end in more fighting a bird to save a cat. I mean, I felt like bad for both. I wanted to like shoo them both.
There's a new face.
I was thinking, I hope it doesn't get the bird, and then it started dive bombing it, and I was like, oh bloody hell, going the other way. And that cat doesn't know how much trouble it's in. Big old thing it was, and that cat is like super young. It's the one that tried to come in before. Remember when I was saying when it was raining? It tried to come in and then swiped me like, how dare you deny me entry to your home? It's always around.
Yes, indeed. As of today, I'll be delivering the mail.
Great.
It's
I'm Robert. Nice
He's
to
like
meet you.
one.
Likewise, I'm Meredith. And here's your mail.
Thanks. I'd better open this right away. Oh, what the?
I'll leave you to it. Have a nice day.
Yeah, thanks, and sorry. It's not your fault this is full of bullcrap.
He's a lumberjack, and he's not okay. Bills, probably. Probably the damn bank trying to take his land up here on Bear Creek. You know? Now he's got to pay to get that repaired. That's not going to help, is it? Right, back over here we go. And I saw this local black cat the other day as well that I've been seeing around for a while. But he ignored me, and it broke my heart, because cats never ignore me. It's like, okay, someone's not getting enough love at home. Oh, sorry. So many cats around here lately. Probably people got pets during lockdown and stuff, I would guess. If I didn't have, I totally would have. Perfect time to get a little companion. Walnut Drive. All the cats on your street congregate on your front yard because you've got big bushes to hide in? That's awesome. Have been chosen. They do choose you, cats, don't they? Very independent. Is that like a house on the river? On the lake, I should say. Look out! Oh. She saw me coming. Oh. Ginger cats are always really feisty. Every ginger cat I've ever known, feisty.
Hello?
Hi, Meredith. It's Mom. How are you? How's the job?
Hi, Mom. I'm doing great. It's so relaxing to be outside and drive around.
That's great to hear. Dad says it's strange not having to drive the truck anymore.
I can imagine that. How is Dad? Can he handle all this freedom?
Don't get me started. He went on 2 fishing boat trips
Oh,
already.
so we're like filling in for our
And
dad
then
for a couple of
there's the late
weeks.
night poker with his new buddies. Oh, I'm almost
What's
out of
happening?
coins. I'm calling from a bar and Dad's ordering a margarita again. Talk soon.
In a time before mobile phones. Ooh, stay home and watch TV or stay home and read a book? Let's read a book.
The Countess and the Carpenter? Really, Mom? Oh,
Filth.
let's give it
Huh.
a read.
The Countess and the Carpenter.
Oh boy, it's actually going to read it.
Chapter 1. A more disastrous entry to her new home was scarcely imaginable for Cecilia Schultenbrow.
Ooh,
The
Cecilia
left wing of the carriage
Schultenbrow.
collapsed right as she entered through the gates of the magnificent Raubenstaben estate. She tumbled upside down, hurt her head, and worse, her hat was ruined.
Uh-oh.
Suddenly, she heard the deep, strong voice of a young man. "Are you all right, madam?"
And then what? And then what?
Good morning, Providence Oaks. We're starting the day as we always do, with a PO positive or pet peeve, followed by the weather.
PO positive or pet peeve?
Dale, what's it gonna be?
It's a positive all the way, Jack. I went to Moe's Diner yesterday, and I don't think I've ever had blueberry pie that tasted so good.
Oh, I have to listen to this. I can't get out.
Thank you much, Dale. That makes me want to get a piece right now. But the weather's first. We'll start off sunny with a few clouds later today. How about some music now?
Oh my god, it's a video rental store. Back to the Future poster outside. God, I used to love walking around in a Blockbuster and choosing what to rent. Karate Kid. Back to the present. See what else they've got up there. Oh yeah, it is. Ghost Blasters. The Maze. Oh, that's Labyrinth, isn't it? She chose down. Half price. The bargain bin. The Bee. That's the Fly. Susie Lee. What's that one? LGM. That's E.T. There's Terminator. 13 Candles. What's that reference to? 13 What are these? Let's try and name them all. I see gremlins down there. Yeah, this is called Lake. This is just an early demo. 16 Candles. Is there a movie called 16 Candles? Susie Q. That's Gremlins. It literally says Gremlins. And then what's this? Can't see the title. Maybe it's easier to see over here somewhere. Oh, look, Star Wars. Jaws. Just literally just says Jaws. Oh, it's Nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy Krueger, that one. The Love Bug. Is that all of them? Oh, this is so nostalgic. What do we got here? Some new stuff. Hold Me Up. Pretty in Lilac. Vinyls. The Dirty Dozen. High Voltage. Johnny 5 is alive. Very cute. Got a package for you.
Welcome to the Flick Shack. How can I help you?
Got a package for you, ma'am.
Hold on. You're our new postal worker? Talk about not looking the part.
I could say the same thing about you.
I could say the same thing about you.
These nuts?
You could, but you'd be wrong. I look exactly like I own a video rental place. If you were looking to cast a movie and needed someone to play the owner of a video rental place, you'd attach a picture of me to the call sheet.
True enough. I'm Meredith, by the way. Meredith Weiss.
Angie, Eastman. So, what brings you to Providence?
I thought it was Weiss, because it's like German, so you would say the W like a V.
Grew up here, and now I'm back to do my dad a favor.
That explains what we're doing.
I myself have been here for 6 years.
And what brings you here?
Didn't grow up here, came to do myself a favor.
Touche, Mrs. Eastman.
Miss.
Ooh.
So your dream was to rent out videotapes?
Not a dream, per se. More like a vision.
Wait till she finds out about
Figured in a
Netflix in
sleepy
15
town like
years.
this, people don't have much to do anyways. Might as well watch a flick, right?
You certainly have a lot of them.
Choice is everything. Nothing quite tickles the imagination like the right movie at the right time.
Maybe I should watch more movies. Well, it was nice meeting you, Miss Eastman.
It'd be cute if you could just like drive here and rent
someone
something and
just
then go
returned
home and
this.
watch it.
and it should be right up your alley.
The postman always rings twice? Little on the nose, don't you think?
Well, I don't know anything else about you, Mrs. Temporary Postal Worker.
Miss. But touche, Angie. All right. I'll check it out if I have the time.
Take your time. This isn't exactly the most popular flick in the shack, and there's plenty of choice regardless.
Okay. Well, it was nice meeting you, Miss Angie.
Same here, Miss Meredith.
I wonder if we have the choice to watch that tonight then when we go home. If it'll be like, watch the movie that she gave to you. What's her name? Angie. Da, 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 da. Yeah, uptime doesn't work anymore for some reason, but it actually just says it below the stream. Should be about 2 hours 50. The Flick Shack. Meredith Weiss has returned home to a small town. It is very much like feeling like one of those movies. I parked on the wrong side of the road.
These look like bills.
Do you guys think that probably like something, you know, it's like the go-to thought, isn't it? You play this and you think, it can't all stay peaceful, like there'll be a mystery or something, but I actually think this game probably will just be like playing through a peaceful kind of, what would they say, Lifetime movie or something. Hallmark style. Oh, I got a package for here. 402 Pine Street. What's this? Box of chocolates? Tin of biscuits? Pretty bad parking. It's good enough. Oh.
Commander Grace, we have established communication with ground control. How do you wish to proceed?
Tell them we've landed the rocket!
Ground control, we have landed the rocket! We will now begin our experiments.
Package for the Evans family?
Adorable.
Just a minute. Commander Grace, permission to explore?
Permission granted!
Yep, we're the Evans family. Could I just take that real quick? I'm kind of in the middle of a lunar landing.
Sure. Here you go. Nice helmet, by the way.
Why, thank you. I actually modeled it on the Apollo 11 crew outfit. Wait, what? Meredith?
Buzz Aldrin?
Buzz Aldrin? I'm sorry. Who are you?
What? For real? You don't recognize your old best friend when you see her?
Wait a minute. Kay?
Great. And
Damn, she
now
just
we
whipped that
invested
thing
in
off.
my colander. I knew opening the door in this thing was a bad idea.
I'm sorry. I didn't recognize you with the colander thing. The helmet.
Yeah, clearly. But it seems I'm not the only one who came in disguise.
Got me there. You're Kay Evans now?
Don't sound so surprised. But yes, I married Barry Evans.
Not Barry.
I'm sure you remember our high school star quarterback.
Mom!
Be right there, Commander Grace! Scanning for alien life forms. That's my little scientist back there. She's crazy about space travel, as you may have guessed, even after the whole Challenger thing.
You married Quarterberry? And had kids? I had no idea.
Well, obviously a lot can happen in 22 years. So.
Guess so.
I guess so.
So, I heard you were back in town for a while. From Maureen.
That's right. I ran into her yesterday at the diner.
Knocked up by Bazza.
Your Uncle Stan wasn't there, unfortunately. I must have just missed him.
Nope. It's Mo's Diner now. Like I said, a lot of things happened while you were away. Also, I work there now. At the diner.
Taking over the family business, eh? Let's compare notes.
Yeah, we'll see.
Ready for a liftoff!
Listen, I'm sorry, but I don't really have time for this right now. Can't get stuck on the moon
I'm
on
feeling
my
like
own,
she secretly
and
hates
I
her
have to get
life.
ready for work.
Right? Like this would, in the
See you
full
around,
game,
Evan.
develop into having coffee and
see
her
you, Kay.
being like,
Evans!
I hate my life.
Commander Grace.
Barry's a
You'll
bum.
never guess what I just found.
He never got over not making it
say
to the
that
NFL. His knee got blown out. He's miserable. I gotta get out of here with my kid. Something, right? Some drama. This is adorable so far, though. This would make for like a very chill playthrough. It's like it's very simple, but it's simple and kind of wholesome enough that it actually doesn't get boring. It just kind of like rides that line of just interesting enough. I got 2 mails for here, so where should I park? Where are they for? The other side of the street. There'll do. She's a rebel.
Same handwriting as the one I delivered next door. I'm guessing party invitations?
I feel like if I was a post person, I would definitely be trying to work out everything I was delivering and kind of being snoopy. My mate's a postman. Where the next one's up here. Check my map. Pretty far away, actually. Last days of September. Look out! Nailed it. Looking at the mail, I don't think so. Doesn't seem to be any other buttons.
Hey, Mom and Dad have new neighbors. Ziegler, huh? Don't think they ever mentioned them.
Oh, this is where we live. Wait, can I go home? Can I go home midday? It's the house just over. What's up, Alki? Have a little lunch break at home. What's the dog's name? Binky. Binky. No slacking off. I mean, just the other day I was saying, wouldn't I, that I would love a game where you just play as someone's life. Like, this can go ahead and go fully into the... Look at the size of that bird. nitty-gritty and have me, like, go to the kitchen and make coffee and, you know, go to the rental shop and pick a video and stuff like that. I would love that. Look out. What's the matter? Oh, don't tell me the cat's sick.
Oh dear, so glad you could come by. Oh, it's quite the emergency.
What's wrong, Miss Jenkins?
It's poor little Mortimer.
Oh, not Morty.
He's fallen ill, I think. 1 minute he was full of life. The next he just wasn't.
Alright, get him in the van.
He's almost Sorry. Heard it when I said it.
Please, Meredith, be a dear and take poor Mortimer to Mr. Mackey. He runs the bait shop by the lake. He'll know what to do.
Alright.
Sure, I'll get right on it. Here, little kitty, come on.
Wonderful. Be nice to Meredith, Mortimer. Don't shed too much hair in her van now.
Bye, Miss Jenkins.
Bye, Meredith. See you soon, Mortimer.
Okie dokie. Am I really just gonna plop him in the back? I would totally have him on the seat next to me. In the back you go, rattling around with all the parcels, little Mortimer. Oh no, he is there. Okay, good. He's on the seat next to me, it's fine. Right, where are we taking the cat to? Back the way we came, but it's okay. Her life hangs in the balance. Uh-oh. Play it cool. It's the Fuzz. Drive like a normal person. What's that wonder? Whoa. I feel like there's definitely going to be a first person, right? Camera. Hold on, Mortimer, I got you.
Oops. Left the package in the truck.
Gorgeous. Let me see him in there. Little baby. Where is he? Up here.
Mr. Mackey, I know you're closed, but...
What?
I'm Meredith Weiss.
Yeah, Meredith Weiss. Thomas' kid. I remember you running around the lake when you were yay high, getting into all sorts of trouble. What can I do you for?
Mildred Jenkins tells me you know a lot about animals, and, well...
Oh, hi there, little fellow. What's your name?
Apparently it's Mortimer.
Well, pleased to meet you, Mort. He's a little sluggish. Has Millie been feeding him cupcakes again?
Cupcakes? I hope not.
Leave him with me. I'll put him on a diet today. Maybe even catch him a fish if they're biting. With any luck, he should be up and running in the morning.
Sounds good.
Sure thing. Goodbye, Miss Weiss.
Okay. Bye, Mr. Mackey. Bye, Mortimer.
Meow. Imagine if it had that, because it's like such an early demo. Placeholder meows, and it's just the sound effect person going meow. Sound effect to be added later. Meow. Sheeps, did you see, I think it was at E3 that they showed that there's like a Stranger Things collaboration. I think it's like with some MOBA or something, but you can literally play as old Hooper. It's like a skin for their existing characters. Alright, now we go back the way we came. There's like 2 for him, and then you can play as the Demogorgon thing. It's like Smite or something, but not Smite. Something like that, I think. And that Resident Evil stuff's on Dead by Daylight now, so I reinstall that. We'll probably do the next episode of Song of Horror on Friday, I think. It's like my penciled in plan. Perfect. Oh, wrong house. Well, okay. You loving the update? Oh, cool. Glad to hear that it's good. Definitely want to check it out. Last package of the day. And we'll find out if we get to watch that video or something. I haven't played Dead by Daylight for maybe like a year. Crazy how some games like that just don't really go away, right? People just keep playing them, reinstalling them. It's always new stuff. Oh. Oh. Oh dear. My bad. Just suddenly didn't turn for a second. Just see if there is controls for a first person. Coming at some point, it says. This a motel? Oregon Trail Motel. What's that sound? Is somebody ham boning in here? Oh, it's video games. Sounded like someone was slapping their knees. Video games in the Oregon Trail Motel.
Hello, sir. Parcel for you. Hello? Anyone home? It's the mail.
1 minute, I'm busy.
Okay, sir.
Is that a parcel for me?
No, it's for Bigfoot.
You can just put it on the counter.
All right. Have a nice day.
What a jerk. That's the. I would hope if I played the full game of this, like these characters would kind of what's the right way of saying it? Subvert expectations. Like, oh, the game is engrossed in his games and is rude and doesn't respond. The old lady has cats that she's obsessed with. She's the old cat lady. Like, that's introduce them as these cliches and tropes and then kind of like switch it up and make them a little more three-dimensional and give them depth. That would be cool. That would be what I would like to see this game do, I think. Yeah, ham boning is when they like slap themselves to play a tune. Their chests and their knees. I think it's like a southern thing, isn't it? Ham bone, ham bone. Although I realize pulling up on a motel and talking about any kind of boning could be taken for... What? Something else. That is not me. That is like this van is doing its own thing. Bum, bum, bum. But it ain't gonna be for that video game nerd. Because nerds and gamers, am I right? Said the game. Time to finish our day. Weirdly, this is the, like, I've enjoyed all three that we've played today. Weirdly, this is the one that I would be most inclined to do like a playthrough of straight away. If these all came out tomorrow, the stuff that I've played today, very strangely and surprisingly, this is the one where I'd go, okay, I want to see where this goes. And I'd want to play more. Because I already have like a much better idea of what the other two are doing. And like this one does make me go, okay, more. Give me more. I would love this to have a little cliffhanger or a...
Meredith, hi.
Oh, hi, Steve. How are you?
Busy as two peas. Added 87 is really getting there. Hey, listen, you got plenty of time, right?
I guess, but that's nice for a change.
Awesome, I need a favor. I sent a bunch of files your way. It's the retail pitch for Added 87. It's good, but not great. It needs your magic. Do you think you can add it? Huh?
I'm not sure. How many pages are we talking about here?
It's not much. It's just the pitch, and there's also an instruction booklet. Can't be more than 100 pages. I could just send it to your post office, right?
I guess.
Awesome. Mail it back to me as soon as possible. Priority mail. Thanks so much. Oh, I gotta run.
Okay, Steve.
Oh,
hey,
one
Steve.
final thing. Now let this marinate. Add it, 87, add anything you like. It's fancy, right? Yeah, don't tell me now. I got a jet. Bye.
Ooh, well, let's watch the movie that she gave us. See what it is.
All right, well, let's watch this.
So we can make friends. Imagine if they had, like, short
Oh, Steve's
remade
Parcel.
versions
That's heavy.
of the movies.
And a note from Tess. Hey, Em. Hope you're doing well. Steve told me you'd want to read through this monstrosity. Not sure if you really said that, but have a great time there anyways. Take care. Tess.
Oh my god, so much mail today. Let's go to the video place first.
Good morning, P.O. It's time for a...
P.O. positive or pet peeve?
Okay, folks, let's see what it is today. The floor is yours, Angie.
Good morning, Jack. I've got a pet peeve. Returned videos that have not been rewinded. I mean, really? Be kind and rewind. Thanks.
Duly noted, Angie. And now on to today's weather. We can enjoy the sun in the morning, but the clouds will cover it more and more. Enough talking. Here are some tunes.
Also, I bet the more that you play this, you just memorize the town. Don't even look at the map anymore. Let's see. 351. Bum, bow, no. What's up, Calfee? Welcome back. I'm worried about the bits. I thought it was funny.
Oh, hello again. More mail for me?
And the tape you gave me.
Oh, wow. You watched it already?
I'm eager.
A drifter in a sleepy town, an affair, and a plot to kill a husband? There's a lot more to this movie than I expected.
It's a classic, and probably my favorite noir. They did a remake a couple years back, but it's, well, it's not as good. You can't beat Lana
See you later, Python.
Turner's
Have a good day.
smoldering intensity.
Happy late birthday again.
Smoldering might be a little exaggerated.
I'm so glad you liked it. Most of the people here don't really appreciate the art of classic cinema. They just want to see Police Academy again.
Police Academy's hilarious. Excuse you.
You're selling them short.
Maybe. Just wish I wasn't the only movie buff around.
Well, keep feeding my VCR and I'll be up to speed in no time.
Will do. Let me think about it and I'll get back to you. You know, it's good to see you.
Any particular reason?
Because I have a sneaky little plan.
Oh, we're whispering now?
I want you to meet me, say, at 5 today.
A date?
What? Like a date?
Well, more like a business proposal. You in?
Alright.
Alright. I'm in.
Hurrah! I'll see you this afternoon.
Wait, where are we meeting up?
Your place? It's 102 New Street, right?
Stalker.
Yes. How did you find that out?
Looked up your last name in the Rolodex. Your parents are regular clients.
Oh, well.
It's settled then. See you at 5, partner.
What if she kills us? Can I talk to her whenever I want? Oh, guess not. Well, now I want to post all my mail so I can see what happens with that. Ah, I gotta pick up Mortimer as well. I love how it's carrying on. Wait, my little map down in the bottom left's disappeared. Oh no. That's gonna make it so hard.
Here's your mail.
Oh, it's back. Phew. Alright, let's get the ones done that are here. Where are they? Back up here. Look at that treehouse. This is a pretty meaty demo. Barbecues are out. Okay, let's hit that one up on the next street. Perfect turning technique. Alright, next road down. Delivered. Oh, can I play hoops? Can I shoot a hoop? Ah, come on. What a tease. Let's drop that package off and then pick up the cat. Put the aircon on whilst we're doing it. Just and apples. How much do you think houses around here cost? Even though it's like middle of nowhere, they're probably pretty pricey, right? It looks fancy. There we go, I've got a parcel for you. 102 Pine.
Well, I guess nobody's home.
Package thief. Okay, let's go get the cat. Oh! I was fighting a sneeze, I nearly missed my turn. Oh, the allergies are hitting. Lakeview Boulevard. I hope the cat's okay.
Hi there, Mr. Mackey. How's Mortimer?
Oh, good day, Meredith. Mort's fine, as I expected. It was just a little indigestion. A good night's rest and a bit of lake trout in the morning has done the little critter a world of good.
Excellent. Miss Jenkins will be pleased. Let me take him off your hands.
All right. Bye, Mort. Anything else, Miss Weiss? Enjoying yourself so far?
I can't bear to look at him and say goodbye, and I can't bear to look at you for taking it from me. I'm gonna stare out to sea.
I only just started, so I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, you got time to make up your mind. I'm guessing I'll see you around a lot more, Miss Weiss.
For sure, Mr. Mackey. Have a nice day.
Alright, get the cat back. I thought he was going to be like, nah, I'll keep him. She doesn't take good enough care of him. She feeds him cupcakes. I'm keeping this cat. I'll feed him a diet of fresh fish every day. He shall live like the little king that he is. Okay, now let's go hit that package there, and then... Why are these orange? Like I have something... I can fast travel? Oh, come on. That, like, defeats the whole point of the game, doesn't it? Bum, bum, bum. What's up, Oren? You wish it was September 1st. Why do you wish it was September 1st? Look out!
That's heavier than I thought.
Sorry, nibble to back out delivering these packages. It's only my third day.
Hi, Maureen.
Hi, hon. How are you doing this fine day?
You know, same old, same old.
I don't know a darn thing, Miss left yonks ago. Let's pick up where we left off, shall we? And one piece of blueberry pie. Ashley, one blueberry pie. Meredith Wise, back in Providence Oaks. How's life treating you, darling?
Oh, is that when this comes out?
Well, being back feels a bit strange. I delivered a package to Kay at her house earlier.
Yes, she told me. How did that go for you?
It was a bit weird seeing her again.
I can imagine it can be a lot to take in for the both of you, especially for being away from
Maureen's going to be our character that we speak to
There are some things
to like
that never
debrief and
change,
decompress from whatever happens, isn't it?
Well, this diner sure did.
Glad you noticed.
Exposition.
Even the name changed.
Yeah, I decided it was time for a change. Didn't feel the same after my Stan died. World keeps turning. Gotta keep moving along with it, right?
Oh my gosh, Maureen, Stan died? I'm so sorry. I had no idea.
Thank you, darling. But it's really okay. It's been 10 years already. 10 and a half, almost. Oh, boy, did I love that man. We've been married for so long. It hit me like a brick, but after a while, I decided that sadness wasn't the only emotion I was allowed to have. That's not what Stan would have wanted either.
Sounds like you went through a lot.
Thank you, hon. I do appreciate that. Anyway, you have to get back up. So I did, for me. But
Good for you, Maureen.
She took her uncle's death pretty hard.
How has she not been to town for 22 years? Steve doesn't give her any time off, clearly.
I wish I'd known.
Sorry for dumping all that on you like that, darling. Gosh, look at your face. I'm a bit surprised you didn't know. Didn't your parents tell you about it? Or Kay?
They might have. I've been so involved in work.
There you go.
It's okay, hon. I honestly don't give a hoot about any blame game. We all have our lives to live, but Kay's been through a lot. Nursed her uncle through his illness.
She's been all wrapped up in her big city corporate computer life.
She must have missed you during those days.
I can imagine. It was good to see her again. I've missed her too.
Then it sounds like you know what to do. Listen, Meredith. Time marches on. And eventually, you realize it's marching across your face. Life's too short. That's exactly why I decided this place could do with a repurpose after Stan passed. Fresh start. It's been Moe's Diner ever since. And believe it or not, business is better than ever.
That's great to hear, Maureen. Congratulations.
Why, thank you kindly. And listen, you check in with me and Kay again soon, you hear? Don't forget about what's important in life.
Says the woman who forgot my blueberry pie.
What the? Ashley? What happened to that pie? I'm so sorry, honey. I swear that kid...
Well, that's no good. I expect pie next time.
Huh? I'll hold you to that.
You bet. Bye, Maureen.
And that was when I had that there then epiphany that life was too short. Oh, so what did you do? Pack up and, move away and do something? Well, I just changed the name of the diner. I named it after myself. Oh, so you were working in a diner before and then your epiphany was to still be working in a diner. What a change. What an inspiration. Alright, let's go deliver the cat home. They call her Big Moves Maureen. Risking it all. Every country song with a lady singer just sounds like Miley Cyrus to me. Ah, it was your fault. Why right away? He pulled out. Oh, next one.
Look who's back.
Mortimer! Oh, look at you! You're good as new.
He's imaginary.
Yeah, Mr. Mackey did say not to feed him cupcakes.
I suppose he's right. It's just that he likes them so much. Don't you, Mortimer? Anyway, thank you so much, Meredith.
My pleasure. See you, Miss Jenkins.
Call me Mildred, dear. Say goodbye to Meredith, Mortimer.
Pet the cat. Meredith, what's wrong with you? Alright, we got 2 posts left, and then it's date time.
These look like bills.
Who's Bill? Hearing these songs on the radio, if you heard the same thing every day, like if you ever worked in a retail store and they have those same albums that just loop right with the same 12 songs on, that must be like the equivalent of constantly scrolling TikTok and TikTok trends getting stuck in your head because there's no escaping them. You're just at work hearing the same song over and over again. You probably find yourself singing them. It's like walking around going, into the thick of it! Into the thick of it! But, bad country and pop, or whatever they force you to listen to. Ah, it's the Lumberjack's place. Oh, sorry, my hay fever is so bad tonight. Getting sniffly and nasally. Bear Creek. Watch him dump his issues on us.
There's a face I remember.
Hi, Robert.
Hey there. More paperwork with my name on it?
Take a look for yourself.
Thanks. Oh, it gets worse every day.
More bull crap?
Can you believe it? I've been taking care of this lakeside for years. And now they're gonna bulldoze it and build apartments.
Oh, that's a shame. I'd hate to see the place I grew up ruined by an apartment building.
What? You grew up here?
Yes, my father was the mailman before me.
Mr. Weiss. Oh, so you're the prodigy he's always talking about.
Wouldn't surprise me. But tell me about that paperwork.
They say you can file an official objection, but I'm not a great match with bureaucracy. I'd rather get the chainsaw and cut down town hall.
Nothing a chainsaw can't handle.
Just kidding. It's a nice thought, though.
Well,
Good luck with that.
maybe I can help out. I'm better with paper than chainsaws.
Would you? Awesome. I'll think about it. Have a great day.
Okay, so it seems like it's going to be like
Bye,
a lot
Robert.
of stories that we can...
Hey, wait up. I'm done thinking about it. Maybe you'd want to go through all the files together tomorrow afternoon at Moe's?
Oh.
Food and drinks on me.
Damn.
That didn't take you long.
Yeah, sorry. I blurted that out. But it's still a good plan, though.
Okay, sure. Tomorrow afternoon at Moe's.
Great.
Is this
I'll
a
make sure to
romance
bring
game?
all
Am
the
I now
files.
picking
I'll
between
see you
the
there.
Blockbuster Video Girl and Robert the Lumberjack? Old Bobby Axe Chop here? Is that what's going on? I hope there's a Bigfoot Easter egg. That'd be fun. The choice isn't harder if that's what it is. I know, right? Obviously, the Blockbuster Girl. What are we talking about, guys? Right? Let's see. Alright, let's return to the post office. Pretty sure chat all cried out in unison then saying, "Movie nerd girl, yes!" What's that, Morph? A choice between a movie nerd and a lumberjack with shoulders like mountains and a big old beard? Here we go. We could watch movies, you know, we'll have infinite movies to be introduced to and have cozy nights at home with hot drinks, snuggled up, watching films. I bet Robert doesn't even have a television, just chops wood all day. Moans about the changes that the country's going through. How big business and the banks are ruining everything. Is that what you want, huh? Is that what you want for your life? You think you're not going to be sick of hearing the sound of wood being chopped at 5 a.m. every morning?
No, Angie Eastman, you can't really create a woman with a computer. What movie is that?
It's called Weird Science. You really haven't heard of it? It was a pretty big hit. I figured you, with your computer background.
All right, I'll add it to the huge mental list I've been compiling ever since we started talking. So that's Weird Science, Life of Python.
Brian, Monty Python's Life of Brian.
Right.
You know, you don't really look the part of a computer nerd either.
I'll take that as a compliment. Thanks.
Well, I do kind of have a thing for nerds. But I'm also a sucker for someone in uniform.
What?
So I guess you tick multiple boxes. So, any particular reason you're not at the Nerd Factory anymore?
So forward.
Let's just say I needed a change of scenery.
Okay, well, I totally get wanting something different, anyway. I used to live in Los Angeles.
Oh, really? Then, yeah, Providence Oaks is pretty different.
Sure is. It's quieter, for one thing. Slower, for another.
So tell me about this plan of yours. Is the suitcase part of it?
Oh, right. It's simple. I want you to distribute movies all over Providence Oaks.
Oh.
You mean for free?
Yeah. You know the town, you're starting to know the people. Not all of them have VCRs yet, but that's why God invented movie boxes. And by God, I mean
old school
electronics
Netflix.
companies. Look, it's a VCR in a box, and it's portable too, so you can take it to anyone.
Oh.
Wow, this is the future of entertainment.
I've made a list of potential customers and the movies I think they'll like. All you have to do is just deliver the movie box with a movie of their choice. Then you go and pick it back up once they've watched it.
Okay, but what's the revenue model here?
Oh, you. Not everything is about money. It's about promoting the store. Which I guess is ultimately about money. Here, I'll give you these two to start. These are for Laurie. You know her, right?
The mechanic girl at the gas station.
Yeah, but why am
right?
I working for free?
Yes, good. I have these two for her.
The Love Bug and A Nightmare on Elm Street. This one is about murders in a bathtub, right?
Well, not exactly. You'll just have to watch it. But not before Laurie gets a chance. I think she'll love it. After Laurie gives back the box, I have a couple movies planned for Burt Mackey. They are Jaws and The Dirty Dozen. And that's it for now. If you're in, that is. So, you in?
I wonder why some of them have the real title and other ones don't. I mean, sure, let's just say
All
yes
right.
to everything.
These addresses seem to be on my route anyway. I'm in.
All right. Thanks a bunch, babe. Now, do you have
Thanks,
any more of this great
babe.
coffee? Actually, I really need to head back.
Oh, what's the rush?
I left the store unattended. Better get back.
Got what you wanted from me and now you're out of here, huh?
Oh, just have another cup of coffee?
I'd love to, but I really can't. Thursday's usually one of the busiest days. Sorry, but I'll see you soon, okay?
Unbelievable.
Bye, babe.
She called me babe though, so it's okay. I'm so annoyed. Bye, babe. Simp.
Hello?
Hey, Meredith.
Hey, Dad! How's life? I heard something about poker, fishing, and margaritas.
Talk to Mom, huh? But yeah, can't complain. How about you? Do you like my job?
Let me just insert this quote here. The road to success is dotted with many tempting parking places. Anonymous.
I'm starting to love it. Being on the road, the freedom, the people.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we get the date with the lumberjack in this demo, and then we can judge. But I feel like this might be the last
Quite
day.
the character indeed. Is he married?
Frank married? Yes, to baseball. He places a bet every now and then. Nothing too serious.
And what about Burt Mackey?
Bert. Bert doesn't like to talk much, but he's got a heart of gold. Stay on his good side. Speaking of staying on the good side, your mom's telling me to hurry up. We're going to a movie.
Okay, Dad, don't keep her waiting. What movie?
Stand By Me. About 4 Oregon boys in the 50s. Right up my alley.
Sounds good. Say hi to Mom for me.
Will do. Bye, Meredith.
Classic. I'll be sure and tell my girlfriend all about that one day. I mean...
You're what?
No, I wanted the lumberjack day. I wanted to pick who we were gonna go with in the real thing. I guess we'll just have to wait until it comes out and play the whole thing. Cool. I mean, I am 100% down to play this when it comes out. Seems like it's just gonna be a simple, wholesome time, and then it threw in a little romance. And I like a bit of romance in my games too, so this could be very promising. Could be a little cult hit, you know? She was a video store clerk. He was a lumberjack. Everything I know about love I learned from movies.
I haven't hung out with a woman in quite some time. I spend most of my time up here on my own.
She was a crazy cat lady. Nice. Super duper cute. I liked this a lot. Definitely. This was already on my radar. Definitely checking it out when it comes out.